issues, but where we are is historically not been a problem because it's fairly wet here, which has got its pluses and minuses, as you might imagine.
Yeah, all copied, Bob. Yeah, oh, Hawaii. I was following that on the news. That was just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. You think of it as a like a paradise island. I've never been there, but I obviously see it in films and on TV and whatever. And it must have been absolutely dreadful. And I know other parts of the USA have had problems, and Canada, and indeed parts of Europe, and of course poor Greece and the Greek islands with all the climate problems that were going on in the Mediterranean. Unbelievable temperatures, up in the 40s Celsius, and hopefully those things have passed now, and things are returning back to normal for everyone. Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully so. Of course, I'm not sure. I assume you know. I'm not sure, but you know that generally most of the Hawaiian Islands are what you might call split islands, where one side is wet and the other side is like absolutely dry because of the way they're formed with the volcanoes. There's quite an elevation difference, so all the water falls on one side, so the other side is always dry, or pretty much always dry.
Roger, I'm with you. Obviously, the climate is going to be completely different to what we've got here. I mean, the part of the world we live in here, Devon and Cornwall, the two counties that make up the majority of the southwest of England, generally have quite nice summers. But if it rains on Dartmoor, wow, it rains. You can have all four seasons in an hour. It's only a couple of thousand feet above sea level, but this morning when we were up there, the cloud base was pretty much right down on the ground. You could not see your hand in front of your face in places as you were driving, and then all of a sudden it just started to lift and the sun came out and it was absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it's a great place. It's full of wildlife, and it's also full of farm life as well. So you get a lot of sheep and cattle up there, and as well as the Dartmoor ponies. In fact, there's a speed limit over the majority of Dartmoor of 40 miles an hour, just to keep the wildlife safe, Bob. But yeah, it's gorgeous up there. Earlier this year there was some snow and it was lovely, and all the gorse is out in bloom and some fantastic colours. So it's also an area where they do have fires by mistake from time to time. So there's a lot of publicity, especially for visitors, not to have campfires, not to have barbecues for risk of starting fires, Bob. But KF5CFU, M0RIF, over.
M0RIF. Do you have a dog? I always enjoy watching the
you should say that.
Dogs. If you ever watch those videos, I mean, I guess it's embarrassing to say that I watch dogs herding sheep on a video, but do you have a dog, sir?
Well, actually, we don't actually own a dog, but my son has a dog. He has a Bernese Mountain Dog called Lola. She's about 15 months old, I think now. She is absolutely beautiful. And because my son and his partner work, we look after her for 2 days a week. So we have great time. Both my wife and I work part-time. And we have a great time looking after her, taking her up on the moor. And last Thursday, I took Lola the dog, the big dog as we call her. We took her to a county or a country show a few miles up the road. So it's like owning a dog, but we get to give her back at the end of the day, over.
It's a grand dog, I guess, is what it is. Is that correct, Tony?
Yeah, she's a big dog. She's about 40 kilos. Ah, right. My wife is listening in the front room. Yeah, grand dog, as in a grandchild dog. I'm with you now. My wife is listening. She never wants to come on the radio, but she's always listening to my contact. But yeah, it's like having grandchildren, Bob. You're quite right, over.
Yeah, real good. I hate to say this, but you were like fading into the sunset, and I'm having a little trouble contacting. I'm having a little trouble talking to you, sir. So let me let you go, Mr. Tony, and and I will, have to look at your information, and enjoy talking to you. I really appreciate this. M0RIS, this is KF5CFU.
Kilo Fox 5, Charlie Fox uniform. Bob, been a pleasure. Thank you very much. You know, you're also dropping down a little bit now. And I made a short video of the QSO for my own records, just to listen back to it. I will upload it to YouTube, if that's okay, and I'll send you a link, because I'll tell you what, although you're dropping down a little bit now, your signal was really, really good at one point. So for a simple antenna at 100 watts, doing a fantastic job, and that's the sort of contacts I like. I wish you a very good afternoon and a very good evening here from Southwest England. Kilo Fox 5, Charlie Fox uniform, Mike 0, Romeo India Foxtrot, over.
Yeah, Mike 0, Romeo India Foxtrot, Tony. Thanks so much, and yeah, do whatever you'd like to. That'd be great. Anything to promote the folks to talk with other people around the world. To be honest with you, I appreciate it. This is KF5CFU. Take care, and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Bob. The signals are just dropping. We timed it well. Have a very good evening and a good rest of the weekend. Kilo Fox 5, Charlie Fox uniform, Mike 0, Romeo India Fox. Good night.